Up everyone, OliveGrummer here, and I just finished reading and reacting to chapter 893 of One Piece, the manga, and man, it was a good chapter. I think it's such a good chapter because of the plot and the storyline, and just oh man, I mean, literally at the end of the chapter, I was seriously speechless. It was so good. It was such a good chapter, not because of like revel. I don't even know how to say it. Not because of like. I'm not gonna say not because of storyline, but it's like the action was pretty decent, but it was just just the plot and the revelations that happened and the amount of respect I have for Katakuri. Um, Out the roof. I've liked him as a character. He's doing what he needs to do, and I'm gonna talk about some things involving that later on. But it's just one of those things where I was just like, dude, mad respects, mad props, everything. He is the homie, as Jose said earlier. Dude, Katakuri is the man. But jeez, dude, I'm still kind of like that one hit right here. And as you can tell, I'm actually dressed up because we had a little get together, and I was that's why this stream's so late. I didn't get back home until not too long ago. So let me just read over some chapter notes. The Wikia is my cheat sheet, so I don't remember anything, or so I don't forget anything. But basically, what we have is before I get into that, the I noticed in the live stream like, hey, Katakuri noticed that Luffy's not fighting back for some reason. So then we were kind of like, oh, why is he not fighting back? And then we realized it's Flamp. I guess that's how you say your name. She ends up kind of getting some cheap shots in on Luffy. She uses her silent poison dart or whatever, and just kind of throws him off. So that was just pretty interesting to see. But Katakuri after that was furious because obviously it's a man versus man, pirate versus pirate. There are no cheap shots. There's no cheating. There's no this. There's no that. And he said it himself. And I mean, can anyone say Senior Pink versus Frankie version 2? Like blow for blow, man versus man, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. I love it. So chapter notes: Katakuri reveals his mouth to Flamp, causing her to start hating him. Katakuri was shunned as a child because of his mouth, and what Jose said during the stream. It reminds of us of Pudding, how she got bullied as well, and Katakuri used to get bullied back when he was younger. So the coolest thing that Katakuri does, well, I'll say the second coolest thing in this. Uh, Yep, see, I just said it. But the second coolest thing he did was injure himself to have a fair fight with Luffy. That was a oh man, dude, that was a dope scene. That's where I have the major props for Katakuri right there. But the coolest thing that happened this chapter, in my opinion, was his conquerors haki. The reason why I think it was the coolest is just because of how strong it was. It was strong enough to wipe out everyone except for Luffy. And he was like, dude, they are not going to be prepared for what's about to happen to them. And I was like, okay, is he about to go on rampage mode? Like, what's about to happen? Dude, unbelievable how cool that scene was. Even though it was just in the manga itself, I can't wait to see that in the episode, in the anime. Oh man, dude, I'm still like, what did that just happen? Um, but yeah, so he has Conquerors Hockey, Katakuri and Luffy. They both knock. Oh, okay. So it was the two of them using their Conquerors Hockey to defeat Flamp and her subordinates. Okay, all right, that makes a lot of sense now. Because I thought Katakuri's Hockey did that himself. Katakuri has acknowledged Luffy as an equal. That was dope too. Just because of he's like, okay, you know what? I guess you're. I can respect you. You know, that's kind of like when Beerus in Dragon Ball Super called Gohan by his name and not Goku's son. So it was very interesting. Like I kind of see some relevance because they're both going on at the same time right now. But yeah, it was just unbelievable. Let's not forget that Flamp has had a messed up crush for his brother. Yeah, that was weird. It was really, really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so basically, I mean, just a fantastic chapter overall. I'm gonna give it an A. I can't give it an exact number, so well, I'll give it a 92. just because of how much respect I have for Katakuri. He is the homie. He is the man. Thank you again, Om, for all those things you said in chat. But yeah, no, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, great chapter. Weird stuff with the Flamp crush, but overall, man, it left me speechless at the end because I was like, Katakuri he's just the homie. Like, I don't know the words I can actually put this in. It was just one of those things where I was just like, man, dude really did this, and like I can't respect that enough. Um, but yeah, so what I wanted to talk about, and this is what I was going to tell you to remind me about Jose, but okay, so when this arc kind of first started, and everyone was like, yeah, Pudding's going to join the crew, Katakuri, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I think I still am a firm believer by at the end of the arc, something will happen to where Katakuri lets Luffy walk away. The reason being, Big Mom abuses her children in a sense to where, well, she might physically abuse them, but it's a sense where she will put herself before them. We saw Big Mom eat one of her own children in the beginning of the arc when she went through her first fit. Now, we got to pay attention to that. Now, I think whatever happens with Big Mom, um, I think Katakuri and Pudding and like some of the big guys are just gonna be like, you know what, we gotta let them go because we understand the danger we were in. They helped us, stop Big Mom's rampage. I mean, I don't know. It's just that feeling of Big Mom. In the end, I don't think she cares about her children as much. It's just, yeah, she's just nuts. But I think it's in a sense where, yo, she's not gonna worry about us in the end. It's just gonna be her. She'll make more children. She doesn't care. She'll eat them. So it's just like I still think at the end of the day, Big Mom will put herself before her children, and I think at with them realizing that, I just think like they'll just have to go their separate ways. I think they'll. I don't think. I mean, of course they're gonna be upset. It's their mom, but it's just like I have this feeling. I don't know how to put it into words. Where it's just like they understand that they weren't the priority. You know what I mean? Like Luffy's priority of his crew is their safety before his own. So it's just kind of like one of those things where I just think at the end of the day they might have to let him go. And and Jose says Katakuri deep inside is a good person. Agreed, 100%. He is loyal to his mom. Agreed, and a humble and honest person. I personally think that in different circumstances he would be friends with Luffy. I agree 100%. You said Katakuri for Namaka. No, I totally butchered that because I'm tired. And Nakama, Jesus, I'm that tired. But yeah, no, you're like I agree 110% with your statement. Just because I mean he's a genuine guy. Like he's not like Doflamingo. He's more like Senior Pink, where we had that mano a mano fight, him with Frankie. It was like this is a man's fight. You don't break up two men fighting. Doflamingo was a little bit different where you had Law and Luffy against Doflamingo, but Doflamingo is just pure evil. Like there's no other way to put that. He killed his own family, this and that. He's just psycho. The bird cage, like there's no other way to put it. But I don't like Katakuri is doing what he needs to do because he's doing what's best for the crew. I see a lot of similarities between him and Luffy of this is the benefit for the crew. I got to do this for my crew, my family, this and that. Like I can see them being friends, and I think, and I hope this is my prediction. It's kind of out there, but I think by the end of the arc, and I hope, because this is what I would personally want, is them kind of letting Luffy go and saying, we'll fight next time, or we'll get you next time, or even, hey, we'll put our differences aside, just depending on what they do with Big Mom. It's just going to depend on however they deal with that situation. But, I mean, overall, I like Katakuri. I don't think he's evil. I think, just like you said, deep inside, he is a good person. He's doing what he believes is right. Sometimes some people say that's evil, but it's not in a bad way. I mean, dude, even that scene where he used to get bullied, and now you see how strong he is now, that right there is just like, man, what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like even Katakuri, the strongest of the strong, um, used to get bullied. So it was just kind of one of those things where I think it just ties in with this reoccurring theme of Whole Cake Island. I do want to know what happened to his mouth because she brought it up. She said, you know, is it cursed? And she used the same eel, um, whatever they made fun of him for, something eel that the kids did back in the day. So that was kind of interesting to show the how he got made fun of by the same exact words. Previous and before. So that was kind of one of those things. I think he was born like that. Yeah, he might be a fish man, you know, because they specifically used a fish in the little picture. So I mean, shoot, I want to give this a higher than. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 95. I really have to. I'm gonna have to give it a 95 just because of all the details and the story, and it was so good. It was such a good chapter. Putting his three eyes, Barley has teeth like that as well. Yeah, but they're not like Jack's teeth where he's a fishman. I don't know. He has teeth like that, but he doesn't have a mouth like that. You know what I'm saying? Like his mouth doesn't go like from ear to ear. So it could be fishman teeth, specifically that eel or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see in the next few chapters. Anyways, guys, what do you for those who are watching the review later on, what do you guys think of Katakuri and what he did in this chapter? And what are some of your predictions on how this will end? Because we don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad guy, honestly. Katakuri's the homie. He's the man. I'm excited to see what happens. What do you guys rate this chapter? I'm giving it a 95. Just because the art was good, the story was good, everything was good, and maybe later on this might boost up even higher. We're off to a strong start with this with One Piece this year. So, anyways, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to watch Dragon Ball Super live reaction, I guess later today, I'll be doing that Saturday night. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I found it screwed up that he had to sue his mouth to not be laughed at. Yeah, exactly. He would. Well, I don't think he sued his mouth. I think he just covers it. I think he just covers it up. But yeah, unless I'm missing something. But yeah, no, that was just he always covers it. But I like we saw some character development with him, which was awesome, 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 awesome. But yeah, anyways, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm going to end the recording, but not the live stream. So this is the end of the recording. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.